Okay, so my name is Jorge Talks, aka Jorge Rodriguez, and today's topic is setting goals. Now, I don't have many subscribers, so if you're seeing this, you're going to see an insight into my personal life and personal goals before anybody else sees it. So consider yourself blessed. I'm going to make an example. Writing down your goals, to me, is one of the most important things you can do in your life. One second, let me close my laptop. You can have goals. You can say you want to lose 20 pounds. Most people, first of all, they just say they want to lose fat. They don't say specifically what they want. The first step to achieving any goal is specify that goal. Figure out exactly what you want. Because if you don't know exactly what you want, how's anybody else going to give you what you want? Okay? So specify exactly what you want. Goal number two, or step number two, is write it down. Because at the end of the day, you have a lot of shit going on in your head. And if you don't write it down, you just keep it up here, you might forget about your goals. And you might not be held accountable for your goals. So for example, this is my cash notebook. If you know, you know. Look, here are my, I don't know if you can read them, but I'll read them for you. Here are my top 5 short-term goals. So number 1 is 25,000 subs on YouTube. And by the way, this short-term for me in the time frame is 2 to 3 years. So I want 25,000 subs on YouTube, honestly on all platforms, but YouTube. Number 2 is become an amazing salesman. When I mean amazing, the top salesman. Number 3 is 3+ more fights, which I've already done 1 more. So I just need 2 more in the next 2 to 3 years. Number 4 is make my first $5,000 month plus $10,000 saved, because I think that would grant me the ability to stay more relaxed financially. And number 5 is become a master communicator. As you can see now, I'm practicing my communication with you. And while I may not be the best right now, in 2 to 3 years, I will be amazing at portraying my ideas. And I have some bonuses, which I'll keep to myself. Now, you get to see this in 2 to 3 years. If you keep following, I will have all of these goals done. Mark my words. But that's not the point. The point is you. Get a notebook like this. You probably won't find this because cash. But get a notebook, write down 5 goals that you want to achieve. Because if you're senseless in life right now, those 5 goals will be your lifeblood. Every day you wake up, you will think, okay, I have 5 goals. You wake up, you'll read them, and you'll be like, what can I do today, to start achieving those goals? So let's say your goal is to lose, one of your goals is to lose 20 pounds. The next step is you go in your little notebook again, and you write down steps that you're going to take. So I'm going to start a diet. I'm going to, maybe if your maintenance calories are 2,500 calories, I'm going to eat 2,200 calories. I'm going to track my macros. I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. I'm going to follow this routine. I'm not going to go out with my girlfriend to eat junk food. All those are actionable steps, and you're going to write it down for every goal, like I have, right? So for example, I'll give you some examples. Nice, Jorge. 25,000 subs on YouTube, some examples of actionable steps. Make minimum 3 videos a week, cool. Improve storytelling and speaking, focus on what works, etc., etc. For, let's say, becoming an amazing salesman, get experience selling, practice my communication and charisma, and a live role play, right? So you need to do the same thing with all your goals. Step number 3, once you do that, is you take all those actionable steps and you need to think day to day, how do I turn those actionable steps into a routine? You're going to go onto Google Calendar, you can write your schedule down on a piece of paper, anywhere you can write a schedule down, and you are going to write from the time you wake up, you decide the time you wake up, to the moment you go to sleep, you are going to decide what to do with your fucking day. Because you probably have like 16 hours awake, 12 hours awake, right? Assuming you don't sleep like 10, 12 hours. So you're going to do that. You're going to write down your goals, you're going to write down actionable steps, and then you're going to create a schedule. Now, what should your schedule look like? Well, your schedule should be packed with actionable steps to get you closer, even if it's that 1%, to the goal that you want to achieve, or to the goals you want to achieve. So for example, if I want to become an amazing salesman, I want to become a better fighter, some things that I need to have on my schedule, obviously, are sales training, researching about sales, watching videos on how to overcome objections, and for fighting, go to the gym every day, train every day, right? For you, it might be to get better grades in school, and get a six-pack. So for you, it would look more like 30 minutes of studying every day, figuring out what classes you're worst at and studying those topics, meditating, and to get a six-pack, it would be doing ab exercises, eating less calories, stuff like that. You get the point. So 3 actionable steps that you need to take watching this video. Number 1, set some goals that you want to achieve in the next 2 to 3 years. Like 5 goals, for example. Set them in stone and write them down somewhere. Not on your computer. I want it on a piece of paper. Okay? Number 2, you are going to, all 5 of those goals, or how many goals you put, I wouldn't suggest more than 5. You should focus on a set amount of goals. That's not too much. All those goals that you have, for each goal, you're going to write as many actionable steps as you can think of that would improve your chances of completing that goal. That would get you closer to the mark, right? That would get you from point A to point B. Number 3, getting inspired from those actionable steps. You're going to make a routine where every single minute of your day is planned out to what you're going to do. So you're going to plan out when you wake up, when you shower, when you go to sleep, when you read, when you work out, when you eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. So that way, number 1, you can hold yourself accountable when you're not doing something. So instead of studying because you want to get good grades to get into a good college so your parents don't have to pay any money, you choose to jerk off for an hour, you're going to feel guilty and you're going to know, I'm not sticking to my schedule. If, for example, you were supposed to work out today, but you are watching a video on how to get more girls, guess what? You're going to feel guilty. And number 2, you're never going to have that thought of, I don't know what I should do, so I'll just scroll. And by the way, you might fail. That's completely fine. Like, you might scroll when you should be doing something else, but at least now you have something to hold you accountable. And now you have a sense of direction, a sense of purpose on where to put your energy. So do these 3 steps, and I promise you, if you follow them for 2 or 3 years, you'll be surprised what you can accomplish. And hold me accountable to my word. In 2 or 3 years, I will have completed the goals I just told you. And you'll be here from the start to watch them. See you, bro.